वेलकम डिंगरा जी।
नमस्कार नमस्कार गौरव जी। गंजी साहब नमस्कार।
नमस्कार डिगरा साहब।
नमस्कार जनाब जनाब।
नमस्ते ढींगरा जी।
नमस्ते ढींगरा जी, हम भी हैं राहों में।
जमाना गुजर गया आपसे गुफ्तगू, आपसे मतलब जो शेरो शायरी के जो हम लोग वो एक
कुछ नहीं चाहिए यार, तू उधर दे दे तेरे को पता लेकिन वो ला नहीं रही है पता नहीं यार।
क्या कृष्णा जी जब भी कोई मैं नई चीज लिखता था, हेलो
जो सबसे ज्यादा कर्म दिया ही है घर में तो
क्या कृष्णा जी।
हाँ जी,
जब कभी मैं जब कभी मैं शेर लिखता था तो आपको सुनाता था, और आप जब कभी लिखती थी आप मुझे सुनाती थी।
बिल्कुल। नाउ आई एम ऑन।
वो कहाँ गए जमाने, वो कहाँ दौर कहाँ चला गया,
गुजरा वो जमाना वापस आ गया।
वापस आ गया। बड़ा अच्छा लग रहा है आज आपको।
जमाना नहीं आता दोबारा हमारा।
बहुत बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है आपको।
रियली वी आर मिसिंग ऑल दिस। नहीं, बहुत सारे नए नए लिखे
नहीं, इस बीच में मैंने भी बहुत कुछ लिखा।
अच्छा,
लेकिन
गौरव जी switch seats, I'm going over there.
गौरव जी बहुत शुक्रिया आपका क्या कृष्णा जी को बुलाने का।
हाँ, थैंक्स टू मल्होत्रा जी।
हाँ मल्होत्रा जी, कहाँ मल्होत्रा साहब, नमस्कार नहीं
वो फोन में हमेशा खामोश बैठे
नमस्कार जी। नमस्कार ढींगरा साहब।
नमस्कार मल्होत्रा जी। मल्होत्रा जी हमेशा जो है बाद में
like to welcome His Excellency Ambassador of Tina Tobacco, Dr.
Yes,
Roshan
thank
Paul.
you.
Welcome, Excellency.
Thank you, Gaurav ji. Thank you. And then namaste to one and all.
Yeah, thank you, Excellency. And we like to welcome General Dilawar Singh ji also, Major General Dilawar Singh. Welcome, sir. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for being with us. Yes, now we can see your full getup.
महफिल रंग में आएगी धीरे धीरे।
हाँ जी Malhotra ji, we can start because Ambassador Tina Tobacco has to leave.
Yeah, I am going to start. Friends, on behalf of Indian Council for Human Relations, we welcome you all to this webinar, which is devoted to International Friendship Day. International Friendship Day was proclaimed by UN in April 2011. The basic concept when they started this Friendship Day, basically there were three fundamentals which are not known to the people. One was inclusion, another was respect for diversity, and third was international understanding. To understand inclusion is international network of people with intellectual disabilities and their families advocating for the human rights of the people of intellectuals. So basically, this Friendship Day, its inclusion is that those people who are specially privileged people, who are disabled, who are not capable to stand by themselves, to have friendship with them, to respect their families, to treat them equally. Now, after a span of number of years, good number of people of civil societies, they have come up to sponsor the cause of these people. Secondly, the point was respect for diversity. In international area, there are diversities in education, in culture, in language, in traditions, in customs. So we have to respect the diversity. And in India, it is popular unity in diversity. So we have to be unity in diversity. Say Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, the entire world is one family. So we have to respect the feelings, the culture, the attitudes, the language, the friendship with everybody. And the third was international understanding. Means understanding basically with the neighbor countries. After 5 crore people were killed in Second World War, UNO came into existence, and they started with the word, who is the people? There are no people, it is the representative body. So when we talk about international understanding, to develop international understanding, they developed regional cooperations like SARC, like EU, like African Union, like ASEAN. But what we see, like Arab League, but we see having regional
I'm getting.
regional
Thank you.
organizations, there is no peace. In Arab world, people are fighting with each other. With the SARC, we do not have cordial relations with the alls. Now we have a BRICS, that is also a group. In BRICS also, 20 times our Prime Minister has met the Chinese president, but yet there are disputes. So to the resolution of the disputes, for peace, for protection of human rights, for dignity of work, that is the job of the Friendship Day. With one individual example, I would like to conclude. I had a friend, he had a different point of view. There was another gentleman, he was principal. He asked me, how you carry on with each other, staying together? And after I said, I don't know. But the gentleman has a different point of view, social, political, and otherwise. I have a different point of view. Then the gentleman, he was the principal. He became sick and he was alone. I used to serve him tea. I used to bring him medicines. I used to help him during his time of difficulties. And then he realized that it is not the ideas, similarity, it is not the language similarity. This is the similarity of sympathy, love, and affection, which has created these two people as friends. With these words, I welcome the excellencies, I welcome the good speakers, and let us, we started this celebrating this day on 11th August 2018 in Oberoi Hotel. And we are continuing this practice with your cooperation and help. With the help of Gaurav Gupta and friends, we will continue to carry the flag of human rights, to carry the flag of friendship, to carry the flag of human rights, to carry the flag of peace. Peace is important, which must be required a friendship. Friendship means family. So with these words, I welcome you all and ask Gaurav Gupta ji to continue with the session.
Thank you very much, Shri Malhotra ji. We call him encyclopedia of all the topics. He has a vast knowledge. With the due permission of Ambassador of our Uzbekistan, I would like to invite the Ambassador of Trinidad and Tobago because he is in a hurry and he has to leave. And thank you very much, Dr. Roger Kapal, for sparing your time. I know it is short. So we are again welcoming you and would like to hear from you.
Thank you, Shri Gauravji, for this opportunity. Let me wish all members of the panel and all our guests happy Friendship Day. And friendship, as we all know, should be an international concept. So I'm very happy to be here today and celebrate this concept of friendship with you. Friendship is about the magnifying of the commonalities that exist and the minimizing of the differences. In so doing, we are able to find common ground and build each other, find ways in which the world can evolve together, whereas one community and one society can find those common entities and common interests with each other, and in so doing, build a world where we can all coexist side by side. It is very interesting that International Friendship Day came right after International Tiger Day, whereby we understand that the concept of friendship is not limited to human interaction. The concept of friendship is not just based upon the way we relate to another human being. The concept of friendship should be our attitude towards our world, towards our plant kingdom, towards our animal kingdom. Friendship should go beyond just a societal level. Friendship should be established on the very nature of our being. Our very nature is bliss, it is harmony. If we are to really develop friendship in this world, friendship with each other, friendship with nature and our eco-environment, we must also develop friendship within ourselves, understand who we are. In so doing, the relationship between Trinidad and Tobago and the wider Caribbean and India knows a friendship that dates almost 176 years ago. That friendship still exists to this day. I use this opportunity to thank the government of India and the people of India for lending a helping hand of friendship to the people of Trinidad and Tobago and the wider Caribbean in our point of need during this pandemic. India stood shoulder to shoulder with Trinidad and Tobago and the Caribbean. And in so doing, I express my deepest appreciation and also say, on behalf of the government of Trinidad and Tobago and the governments and people of the Caribbean, that we also stand side by side with India. So once again, on this very special and auspicious occasion, let me say Happy Friendship Day and thank you for giving me this opportunity. Dhanyavad.
Thank you very much, Excellency. Thank you for your kind word. And I would like to mention India always believe in Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam because the whole world is their family. So there is no, in friends, there is no help. It is just support and walk hand in hand together. Thank you very much, Excellency. Now I would like to hear from our dear Excellency, the Ambassador of Uzbekistan, His Excellency Mr. Dilshad Akhtar. And he has joined in this pandemic only. Last time here also he was in our webinar to support us. Excellency, welcome once again and please share your views.
Thank you. Thank you. Dear Mr. Malhotra, Mr. Gupta, dear friends, I'm very honored to attend the forum dedicated to the very special event, very special day, the celebrations of United Nations Friendship Day. Let me sincerely congratulate all of you on the occasion of United Nations Friendship Day. Dear friends, today I would like to share with you the experience of my country in maintaining of inter-ethnic harmony and religious tolerance. I'm happy to inform you that forum this year at the initiative of the President of Uzbekistan, People's Friendship Day is being celebrated very largely in Uzbekistan on 30th of July annually. The main goals of the celebration of the People's Friendship Day are to strengthen and further develop solidarity, tolerance, inter-ethnic harmony and friendship between peoples, nations, states, different layers and structures of society as a whole. Dear friends, soon on 1st of September, Uzbekistan will celebrate its 30-year anniversary of country's independence. It should be noted that from the first years of the independent development of Uzbekistan, the issues of strengthening civil harmony, inter-ethnic and interfaith understanding in society, as well as friendly and mutually beneficial relations with foreign countries were identified among the main priorities of our country's policy. In our constitution and laws, it's clearly mentioned that all citizens of the Republic of Uzbekistan, regardless of their nationality, language, and religion, have equal rights and freedoms. They are equally provided with all the opportunities for the development of their culture, traditions, and customs. And President of Uzbekistan, Mr. Shavkat Mirziyoyev, has always paid great attention to the issues of strengthening inter-ethnic harmony and religious tolerance in society. Work in this direction in recent years has been brought to a qualitatively new level. Currently, the promotion of peace and stability in the state is the most important factor for sustainable development and successful implementation of transformations in the political, socio-economic, and humanitarian spheres, and the growth of the country's authority in the international arena. Today, we have set ourselves a great goal, building a new Uzbekistan. Undoubtedly, on this path, the atmosphere of the friendship and cohesion that has established in our society is a solid basis for maintaining and strengthening peace and stability in the country. Consistent progress along the path of the reforms and renewal and growth of its authority in the international arena. We have adopted the concept of state policy in the sphere of inter-ethnic relations. This document has become an important legal basis for increasing the efficiency of our consistent work in this direction. Today, in multinational and multi-confessional Uzbekistan, around 150 national cultural centers and 35 friendship societies have been created, which carry out activities aimed at establishing the principles of inter-ethnic harmony and the development of a culture of inter-ethnic relations. Their multifaceted activities are fully supported in our country. In particular, the public fund under the parliament allocates significant funds for these purposes. Various subsidies and grants are provided. The National Television and Radio Company of Uzbekistan broadcasts its program in 20 languages. More than 20 television and radio programs are broadcast in the language of the nations and nationalities living in our country. Moreover, religious organizations of 16 confessions freely carry out their activities in Uzbekistan. In state educational institutions, training is conducted in 7 languages as well. As vivid evidence of the value of Uzbekistan of maintaining and strengthening the principles of friendship between peoples are the fact of awarding state awards to many representatives of different nationalities. In addition, in June 2021, by the resolution of the Cabinet of Ministers of the Republic of Uzbekistan, the Friendship of Peoples badge was established. The badge will be awarded to the employees of local and foreign government agencies, non-profit organizations, business entities, representatives of the social sphere and the media, as well as compatriots abroad who have made a worthy contribution to strengthening the atmosphere of friendship and harmony between representatives of all nationalities and peoples living in our country. Various events are regularly held in the country, also contributing to the intensification of cultural exchange and the strengthening of dialogue between peoples and countries. Warm and friendly relations between the peoples living in Uzbekistan are embodied in the architecture of buildings, monuments, and other structures. In Tashkent, there is in the capital city, there is a palace of friendship of peoples, a large sculptural composition dedicated to this theme on the square on the same name. A friendship park is being created in Tashkent. Last year, friendship houses have been built in the capital and regions, which are becoming centers of attraction for our citizens. Success in this direction is a natural result of the national policy pursued by Uzbekistan and based on humanism and universal values. Dear friends, taking this opportunity, I would like to say a few words about people-to-people contacts between Uzbekistan and India, which is a solid foundation of the close friendly relations of our countries. Really, they are rooted in deep history, of course. All of us very well now know that how peoples of Uzbekistan and India are culturally, historically close to each other. There are lots examples, historical periods which show our deep friendship roots. Today, cultural ties still continue to be an important pillar of our bilateral relations. There is an Indian Cultural Center in Tashkent named after Lal Bahadur Shastri, which besides working closely with many Uzbek organizations, also holds classes in Indian classical dance, yoga, Hindi language, and Indian studies more than 25 years. In the Uzbekistan Friendship Society in Delhi was established in 2011 and renewed its activities since March 2018. Now the society is actively operating and led by Mr. Anil Shastri, the son of Lal Bahadur Shastri. It is a pleasure to inform you that in the Uzbek Friendship Society has established partnership relations with Committee of Inter-Ethnic Relations and Friendly Cooperation with foreign countries of Uzbekistan and Shanghai Cooperation Organization Center for Public Diplomacy in Tashkent by signing separate MOUs with each other. We look forward to continue our active work in this area. Another interesting interaction is the regular participation of Indian masters of music in the international festival Shark Taronalari, Melodies of the Orient, which takes place biennially in Samarkand. In 2018, Uzbekistan launched another musical event, Makom Art Forum in Shahrisabz, where Indian representatives won second prize. Uzbekistan has participated as a partner nation of the 34th edition of one of the largest festivals of the world, Surajkund International Crafts Mela, which has taken place in Faridabad in February 2020. Recently, in December 2020, Yoga Federation of Uzbekistan is established in Tashkent with supporting of our Indian friends also. I may bring lots of other examples from different areas, including cooperation in higher education sphere, but due to time, of course, I am not able to do it. Dear friends, Uzbekistan is always open for the further strengthening close cooperation in every mutually beneficial area with all our friends. I once again extend my gratitude to the leadership and the team of Indian Council for Human Relations for inviting to this platform, to very important platform to celebrate together the United Nations Friendship Day 2021. Thank you very much for your attention. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Excellency. Thank you for your kind words. And the land of Uzbekistan and Tashkent has a special place in heart of India, and our friendship is forever. Thank you very much, Excellency. I would like to invite our Major General Dilawar Singh ji. Sir, Dilawar Singh ji, welcome. This is month of patriotism, Independence Month.
Your Excellency, Ambassador of Uzbekistan, firstly, thank you. Thank you so much for sharing so much of details. And wishing you in advance, we wish you the best for your raising day for the nation. We hope that the friendship between the people of India and Uzbekistan flourishes further. And I'm really grateful to Gauravji and all the esteemed panelists here to allow me to join you. I'm, in fact, I should say, blessed by your friendship. And I'm very sure that people of India in this coming times, especially when we have got the presidency of United Nations Security Council, we'll try to play our role to the best of our ability to bring about peace and amicable sort of, should I say, relations between all countries in the interest of security of everybody. Thank you so much for inviting me, and God bless you, and thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your kind words, and it is short but crisp, as always. Now we would like to invite the Professor Thomas, Dr. M.D. Thomas, sir. Sir, please unmute yourself.
Good evening, Excellencies, dignitaries, and friends. Indian Council for Human Relations and its office bearers deserve to be complimented for having brought us together this evening from diverse countries, disciplines, and professions for celebrating World Friendship Day of the United Nations. I have the pleasure of acknowledging the deep commitment and contribution made by Mr. K.L. Malhotra for promoting human relations across the countries for several decades. I'm grateful to him today for having me on this occasion too. The story behind Friendship Day is inspiring. There was a Dr. Raymond Artemio Bracho, medical doctor by profession, who believed that friendship is crucial in overcoming cultural, political, and religious barriers among people around the world. He was at a simple dinner with his friends in Puerto Pinasco in Paraguay. It's he who proposed the idea of a World Friendship Day then, back in 1958. This great thought gave birth to a World Friendship Crusade, which emerged as an international civil organization. The motto of the organization was a culture of peace through friendship. This foundation promoted friendship and fellowship among all human beings, regardless of race, color, or religion. Since then, 30 July has been celebrated as Friendship Day. It has been adopted by several other countries too. Later, they proposed the day to the United Nations, which in its 65th session of the General Assembly on 27 April 2011 declared 30 July as official International Day of Friendship. Accordingly, the member states of the United Nations are invited to observe the International Day of Friendship in accordance with the culture and customs of their local, national, and regional communities. That wants to say that activities for raising public awareness and education in the line have to follow. As a matter of fact, human beings are the social beings, and it is the spirit of friendship that drives human life forward. As a relationship between persons who like each other and enjoy the company of each other, friendship is the most beautiful relationship in the world. Further, friendship is the enduring affection, esteem, intimacy, and trust between two people. This is a bond that remains throughout the span of the life of a person. It is the strongest form of interpersonal relationship too. As the age-old proverb goes, a friend in need is a friend indeed. One who reaches out to you in times of need is a friend indeed. Well, a friend indeed for action too. In other words, abiding by the other, especially in his or her odds, is the proof for a genuine friendship. True friendship is selfless and other-oriented. Even when the entire world has deserted you, if there is someone around you still, yeah, there is a friend worth the name. In spite of the fact that a genuine friend is a rare commodity in the highly selfish and utilitarian world of the modern times, friendship is precisely what sustains the human world even today and ahead as well. Friendship is the litmus test of life. Jesus Christ, a teacher of divine standing and golden ethics, told his disciples, I do not call you servants, but friends, because I have shared with you all that I heard from my heavenly Father. Two top qualities of friendship are ingrained here. One, a spirit of equal footing, and two, a spirit of total confiding in. These two characteristics define a good friendship on earth. The Indian tradition highlights the great friendship between Krishna and a godly icon and Sudama, a poor man. There is no consideration of high or low, great or small, old or young, white or black, rich or poor among friends. Friends could pour out their hearts one to another without the least fear of being embarrassed or deceived too. They could count on each other. Life is to be counted in terms of the number of friends and not the riches and amenities of life. Besides, similar interests and aptitudes are vital in sustaining friendship. But if we can get hold of someone with different interests and aptitudes and sustain a friendship with him or her, that will be a very enriching and remarkable friendship, positively so. Friendship should not be limited to narrow circles. It must cross the borders of diverse backgrounds and affiliations. Considerations of caste, color, creed, position, education, food habit, dress pattern, and social moves should not come on the way. Religion, faith, language, ideologies, disciplines, cultures, nationalities, and other traditions have to be crossed over too. Families, institutions, communities, and nations seem to get into unhealthy rivalry and hostility along with authoritarian ways. This is totally unnecessary. It's high time the stakeholders of power at diverse levels realized that life is not a competition. It has to be lived as an art in a seemly way. Private interests should not be allowed to clash to that extent that the brilliance of the larger friendship of the humans gets diminished. Only then the humans can grow and blossom up to their full stature. Only then the humans can touch upon the sacred and the divine in life. Only then the humans can make the best sense out of their lives. Only then the dignity of the human person can shine forth. Only then nations and communities can develop and progress in the right sense of the term. Religion or faith in the world makes sense not when they engage in ceremonial rituals, but when they promote good friendship across the communities. Friendship can be sustained when ethics and values are applied to life. The ideal of unity in diversity stands to reason. Friendship. The motto of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, or World Human Family, gets realized along with the line of friendship. The human society can progress towards inclusive thinking and harmonious living only in the spirit of friendship as well. To conclude, I believe this virtual session celebrating friendship will contribute greatly to broadening the horizons of friendship across the human-made borders. I also believe the quality of friendship in its turn will add to the integrity and dignity of the human life in India and world over. Thank you, friends, for your kind listening.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. We have some more guests with us, and they are on the way, our speakers. I'd like to welcome Sethi ji, our ICHR senior member, Anurag Garji from Bharatpur, and Jasleen Kapani, Madhu Mehta ji, our senior line lady. Welcome, Madhu ji, and our Sarabjit Singh ji, welcome, sir. Vinay Singhal ji, welcome. And many more guests are joining and the speakers are joining. So I'd like to invite Malhotra ji, next speaker कोई हाँ बताएंगे? Malhotra ji.
हाँ क्या
कैकशा जी, welcome. आपसे तो
Hi, how was it? A wonderful Friendship Day, Gaurav ji.
welcome Sanjana John, welcome at last. Sanjana ji is traveling, she is joining from Bangalore. So that is why she is little late. We like to welcome you, Sanjana ji. Everybody want to see you also.
Thank you. Can you see me now or not yet?
Camera.
Yeah. Hi.
Yeah.
I just got into the car. So hello, everybody. And it's such a pleasure joining you today. Thank you, Gaurav ji. I hope the others were actually trying to join. So let me just check with them while you guys.
Most welcome. We can wait, then you can coordinate. Now the Kekasha ji is just sharing her views. Kekasha ji, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you, Malhotra ji, and thank you, Gaurav ji. Good evening to all excellencies, friends, and members of the ICHR. Thank you, Malhotra ji, for inviting and providing me this platform to express my views. Everyone knows my heart is beating only for the one class, and today also I'm talking about that class. So we are celebrating International Friendship Day. My topic of Friendship Day is International Friendship Day Inclusion. So there is one, we are talking about the friendship with the common people, poor, rich, everyone, but no one talks about the friendship with the special class who is with the disability. I think so, none. If some, very few, but I am talking, make friends in this class. That is the special thing for this International Friendship Day. So let us think about this, and I'm talking about this. Inclusion is seen as universal human rights. The aim of inclusion is to embrace all people, irrespective of race, caste, gender, disability, or any kind of divide. For this purpose, Smart Trust, Hosla Charitable Trust for differently abled and visually impaired is working tirelessly from last several years. It is about giving specific spreading of the message of equality, dignity, equal opportunity, culturally equal. There should not be any discrimination between them and the common people. We should protect the rights of the differently abled. Everyone has the right to live. It is a universal right. They can also live a life like other common person. They also need recognition. Unfortunately, our mindset is different over the differently abled. They have not been treated equally. In case of friendship, also we discriminate friendship with these kind of people. It should be designed as the following: how we are talking and how we'll do the design this specific friendship for the disabled. Likely making places while making the roads for the use of everyone. We just care for the differently able, like we put the tactiles on the roadside for the visually impaired so that they can walk easily, they can listen the sound of the straight road and go straight without having any help of the others. Access to the building, auditorium or any other places, platform should be provided for the physically disabled so that they can walk in, no stairs for them. While boarding the train, it is very easy to provide concession for traveling the train, but trains are not very friendly for the disabled. We may try to make trains like metro, put the tactiles on the platform and the level of the metro or train should be in the same level. We have raised this question during the meeting in the British Council. See, government will do all these things for the normal train also, which has a very high kind of the stairs, which old person can also have a difficulty in traveling. So it is very difficult for the physically disabled. If we go in the field of the education, equal education, a school should not be discriminate with the children with a disability. So this will be open for the disabled. Whatever they want, they will be provided. There should not be any discrimination like people, the other students, school teacher or principal will educate them how to behave with these kind of people, which I have faced. Parents are not educating the children. They are looking disabled as they are coming from the different planet. So they should be friendly. They will not make them embarrassed. They have some difficulties. They are also like a common people. Whatever, they have something missing, but talent is there. So next we are talking about the talent and ability. They have equal talents. Disability doesn't mean they don't have any talent. Talent cannot be measured by ability or disability. If it is there, it should be recognized by one and all. We cannot ignore due to the disability. We cannot hate them or consider of non-use. We must give them a recognition in the society. They deserve identity. Everyone wants some identity, some recognition in the society. So why not they also? We must recognize them. We bring them forward and give them the recognition in the society by encouraging them and by encouraging their talent. Recognition is great cure for building confidence and empowering the disabled, strengthening their will to fight against all odds and moving forward them, then they will prove themselves. We have very certain examples and great examples which I want to put here. We cannot forget the contribution of the Louis Braille, who invented the Braille language. Can we ignore the Helen Keller, suffering severe physical disability, visually impaired, hard hearing, but she was a scholar, a writer, political analyst. She wrote a lot on the social causes. How can we forget? They have the talent. Hawking Stephen, scientist. Can this world forget his contribution? We cannot. Can we ignore name of the Homer in the history, who is visually impaired? So these are the talent which they are having. So other also are having. They just need a support, not our sympathy, just to bring them out and give them the recognition. If your recognition is there, their confidence will be at the high. Today, on this occasion of the International Friendship Day, let us pledge. We support friendship inclusion. We will help changing the mindset of the society towards them and try to treat them equally, protect their right so that they also will get their identity. They become also financially independent with equal opportunity. Culturally also they are equal. We just forget to provide them the platform for the culture. So this is only my thing through the ICHR as a member. It is congratulations to Mr. Gaurav, Mr. Malhotra, who organized this to express the aims and object and the views of the friends. His Excellency Mr. Ambassador Uzbekistan mentioned about the Indian Culture Center. Yes, I belong to ICCR. I was director, and we are happy to send the cultural groups to there. And they are very warmly welcome there.
Thank you, Kakasha ji. We
Yoga
have
is
more
very
guests.
popular.
Thank you, Kakasha ji. We got more guests. Thank you very
क्या कह
much.
रहे हैं गौरव जी, क्या कह रहे हैं?
Thank you, Kakasha ji. We are getting more guests now. So we have give to
Yeah,
opportunity to everybody. Thank you very much.
I'm just finished.
Yeah,
Thank
please.
you.
Thank you. I'd like to welcome
Yeah, I finished.
Professor A.K. Pasha from JNU.
Thank you so
Anka
much.
Verma, former Miss Romania. Welcome, Madam. Sanjana ji, our guests are waited. Sanjana ji. So I would request first Dr. A.K. Pasha to share his views. Welcome, Dr. Pasha. Dr. Pasha, please unmute yourself. Dr. A.K. Pasha, can you hear us? I think he cannot hear. So we'll wait for his connection. So I would request Miss Anka.
And Gauravji, for putting this amazing, I would say, interactive and introspective session again for Friendship Day, which means so much to each and every one of us. And as we all know, there cannot be a better friend than Gauravji and Malhotraji, because they are there when they need you. And as our last speaker was talking, people forget that we are here in this world to reach out and help each other. And true friends are always there when you need them. They're not just there for the good times, but they're there through your bad times. And what's really important is, like she pointed out, to acknowledge and to encourage people who have special abilities or who are specially there in their own way. Treat them as your equal and learn to love them. And in today's world, here we are spending our time to reach out and help one another. There's nothing more important than that as far as friendship goes. So thank you, Malhotra ji and Gaurav ji. And I think our two speakers were trying to come in because I'm so sorry, my flight was delayed. I was traveling, so my flight got delayed. So the two Bollywood speakers who were to join, they were trying to, but I'm going to try and reach them once again. And I want to thank you for putting this together. And let's all celebrate friendship, and let's all cherish and rejoice that we all have each other. Thank you, Gaurav ji and Malhotra ji.
Thank you, Dr. Sanjana John, and please be inform us if the guests join in meanwhile. I would request Dr. A.K. Pasha. Now I think he is connected. Dr. Pasha, can you hear us? Dr. A.K. Pasha from JNU University.
Yes, Rahul Rawal ji and MD. Yes.
Yes. So I would request Anka Verma ji to please share her views on this Friendship Day. Today internet is getting the.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. I'm not sure
Yes.
if the voice of Mr. Gupta is
Audible. Yes, we'd like to hear from you,
hello.
Anka ji. Yeah, Anka ji.
Gaurabji, your voice is lagging, and I'm not sure if it's my internet or your internet. So I would like to say a big namaste and hello to everyone all over the globe, because I can see we have a lot of honorary guests from many embassies, and today we are celebrating, like always, Friendship Day, which is, as we know, the friendship has no limits, you know, and what I believe and my understanding, the friendship is something which you should not say, you are my friend. We have to prove, you know, and this is no better way of showing, you know, in life I learned from my own experience, do something and don't expect something in return, because the moment you expect something, you may have disappointments, you may have disillusions. So it's better whatever you do from your heart, and don't expect someone to return something back for that good. Indeed, God is awarding us with good people around us, which we may call them friends. Of course, the best friends is always your family, and then extended family, and so on. Of course, I have two nice cutie friends, also my Paglu and Mamo, which are actually knocking to my door. They want to be part of this event, but they have to wait on the line, otherwise they'll monopolize all this event, and I will not be able to speak. I'd like to thank to Gauravji and Mr. Malhotra. Mr. Malhotra is really an amazing person who is spirit and efforts which are having no limit. You know, I have not seen such a person to work all the time and to try to bring people together and friends. That's an amazing achievement. And Mr. Malhotra, keep doing the same and be safe. And we look forward to be next year to celebrate together.
So nice of you.
Surely, thank you, Anka Vermaji. Thank you very much for your kind word. We have Dr. Vinod Verma also from Aditya Birla Group, our past president of Lions Club. Welcome, sir. Now, I would request our very own Shri Kanhaiyalal Ganjuji, Honorary Consul General of Union of Comoros. Sir, we always want you to hear and give the remarks from seeing the webinar. Sir, expert comments, Mr. Kanhaiyalal Ganjuji.
Mr. Gaurav, your voice is not perfectly coming on. I don't know what you are
Sir,
saying. I
don't know
only
today
heard
some-
my name, that's all.
I
think
it is your
there
name.
is some disturbance in the communication. Nevertheless,
Yes,
if you allow me to speak, I will speak.
Yes, your turn. Yes.
Thank respected Mr. KL Malhotra ji, Mr. Gaurav Gupta ji, and others in the ICHR that for inviting me to this wonderful Friendship Day celebrations program. So my point is very small and very straightforward. You know, the world today has many challenges, many challenges. So therefore, the challenges are such of poverty, of violence, of human rights, among many other problems, and which results into, you know, disturbance in peace, security, development, social harmony, and other things. So therefore, to counter to all that, the friendship is required between the countries, the friendship is required between the communities, the friendship is required between the religions, the friendship is required between the people. I will not talk about the friendship between the countries, because in the recent change, you know, diplomatic or the world scenario today, those countries who have strategic value and who have a commercial value, they have many friends and good friends. And those countries who don't have strategic value or commercial value have friends, but not as good friends as of the others. So I will not talk on that. I will only talk on a small subject of friendship, which is a very large subject, but very few lines I'll speak about it. You know, as we are all aware that there is no one in this world who doesn't have a friend. Some have many friends, some have few friends, but there is always one or two friends which are very important in life. They are more than your brothers. They are more than your life. The good friend will be always by your side when you have a problem in life. So good friend is such a thing that he will give you fragrance whenever he is around you. He will give you happiness when when he is around you. So similarly, you also give it because he is your good friend, you are his good friend. It makes a big bond between the two people. And friendship is so important in life that without a friend, in my opinion, the life is not complete. So let us pray to the Almighty that everybody in this world has a good friend. There are friends who will be friends today, will not be friends tomorrow. We don't want that type of friend. We want a friend. And every person in this life, whosoever he may be the biggest man in the world, he may be the smallest man in the world. He has one special friend who is known as childhood friend. So some have one or two, but many have at least one childhood friend on whom they can depend on anything. They can confide in them anything because they know he is a friend, he is more than a brother, and a friend who is more than a brother is your secret keeper, he is everything to you. So therefore, like rightly said by Professor Thomas, he referred to the friendship between Lord Krishna and Sudama. You know, that friendship was so wonderful that people after thousands of years after that, people still talk about it, the friendship between Lord Krishna and Sudama. So therefore, let us pray once again that we get a friend like Krishna, we get a friend like Sudama, and the friendship should not have any caste, creed, poor, rich relationship. Friend is a friend. If I am a friend to somebody, and rightly said by Madam, that you must have friends who are especially, I will not call them disabled, especially able people. If you have friends with them, they will feel more happier than the closest friend in life. So we must try to make friends with them also. And finally, I will say that a friend in need is a friend in need, or friend in need is a friend in need, vice versa. So therefore, I will say, pray and request all of you to have at least one good friend. Let us pledge today that the friendship which you have with anybody remains for rest of your life, and be happy and spread the fragrance of friendship all over the world. Thank you very much, and God bless you all.
Thank you, sir. I hope now you can hear me. There is some problem with the network today. Sir, can you hear me?
Dr. Pasha has come.
Dr.
Pasha has come.
Clear.
Yes, I can hear you. Can
Yes,
you hear
please.
me?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Can I speak?
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, Malhotra ji and Gaurav ji, for giving me this opportunity to share my views on this important occasion of International Day. Let me at the outset flag the role, crucial role played by KL Malhotra's NGO, ICHR, because I consider NGOs like Malhotra Saab's as an important link between people across the borders around the world, because he has been able to bring not only diplomats, but also the Indian people in contact with people around the world, whether it is Sudan or the Arab people or the Palestinians in particular, for whom he has organized innumerable friendship days, or with the Arab countries, so on and so forth. He is well known as an important link between the Indian people, the cultural relations which he has sustained and promoted untiringly over the last 3 decades plus, from which I have been associated with his organizations in this field. You see, at the moment we are going through a very tough period because of the COVID pandemic, which is affecting globally. And large number of people have lost livelihoods, and they are facing many challenges, not only economic, but also mental challenges, and how to cope with this severe, unprecedented challenge in their lives, whether it is to manage the houses or the jobs or education, children, loved ones, so on and so forth. But in these kinds of crises and challenges, it is the friendship which proves enduring, which inspires confidence, which motivates people. People who have met occasionally in conferences or in other activities which NGOs like ICHR have organized. People recall their association and what they've learned from these interactions. So I would say that the friendships created in such occasions become very valuable, especially during this COVID pandemic period. Secondly, the social media has acquired such significance nowadays that platforms like WhatsApp or Facebook or innumerable applications have also furthered and sustained the friendship between people across the borders. They don't need passports, they don't need visas, they don't need recognition or permission from the governments, from the immigration officials, so on and so forth. So people across the continents, across the globe have established friendships, whether it is in the field of social interaction, cultural interaction, or through trade, commerce, education, and so forth. So the links have widened and deepened over the last couple of months, especially when they need the motivating support from other colleagues. There is a divide between the rich countries and the poor countries. If you see just the vaccination, the rich countries have amalgamated most of the large percentage of vaccines, and many developing countries are left to fend for themselves. It is less than 10% vaccination in many developing countries. Over 165 countries are struggling to get vaccines to help people take care of this pandemic challenges. So in that way, the state borders have become virtually redundant, and the visa, which used to be the tool of the state authorities to control the movement of people, that also has lost much of its relevance, because now direct contact with different countries through all these platforms. And the people-to-people contacts have multiplied in many fields because of the time zone. For example, now we are in the evening of Tuesday of August 3rd, but people in the United States and the Western Hemisphere, they are waking up. So they are starting the new day. So around the clock, internet has brought people together, and that is how the friendship has been sustained over a long period of time. So my remarks would be that the United Nations was established after the Second World War, when the millions of people in Europe particularly were affected. But over the last 70 plus years, the United Nations, especially through its organs, whether it is UNESCO or Human Rights Council or the subsidiary organizations, have established its tentacles, its branches all over the world. And these branches, these structures, these institutions have also enabled people to link themselves with the different countries, different cultures, cutting across the language, religious, class, and other barriers. And the NGOs and the role of the NGOs has been particularly appreciated by many secretary generals of the United Nations for the pivotal role they play in bringing people to people together. And that's how organizations like the one Indian Council for Human Relations, headed by General Secretary Malhotra, have been a source of inspiration for many people in a vast country like India, who has enlightened them not only about our own culture, but how it is appreciated abroad through diplomats, through organizations, sister organizations with which he has established rapport and exchange of people between these countries. I must also underline that you see, the governments have very little role to play in all of these things. It is single-handedly, with some of his colleagues, he has been able to sustain his untiring interest and efforts with very limited budget, but lot of passion, lot of energy, lot of enthusiasm, and may God give him more energy and strength to sustain this organization, this cultural human relations organization, which he has been untiringly looking after this for a long time. With these few words, I compliment the ICHR for taking this initiative and keep the big picture in mind. The United Nations is there, the structures are there, but it is small NGOs like ICHR which also play an important role in many, many ways. And we have to spread across this word of friendship, cutting across various barriers which states and the rulers have tried to use and restrict the movement of people, of preventing people from becoming friends and exchanging the culture, the language, all the good things which civilizations, whether it is Egyptian or Mesopotamian or Chinese or Indus, or the Magan civilization in Oman, or the Dilmun civilization in Bahrain, or the Assyrian civilization in the Levant, stretching across Iraq and Syria and Lebanon. All these civilizations have shared their achievements with the rest of the people, and that's how these ancient cultural centers, civilizational centers in Asia were able to provide the wherewithal, whatever achievements they made in different parts throughout the last recorded 5,000 plus years of history. But the Vienna Convention, since the early 19th century, installed the borders, the passports, the visas, the restrictions for various reasons. But I think the 21st century is seeing people exploding these borders, these restrictions, and I think that is how people look at it as the Friendship Day. I mean, it's a day to rejoice, whether a person in Canada or Australia can have friendship, or they can talk for hours together and exchange in cultural, educational, commercial, or in whatever field they specialize. And I think it is NGOs like these which should encourage and support and motivate people. Thank you once again, the organizers of this conference, and I appreciate this great initiative. Thank you.
I think Gauravji, I think MD has joined us. So if we could extend, everybody could extend and welcome MD, who is one of the most renowned upcoming pop rock stars out in India today, with millions and millions of followers. So हमें बहुत अच्छा लगा कि थोड़ा लेट हो, but हमें join किया है. Your Excellency, with all due respect, I'm sorry, he's a colloquial musician, so I just want him to understand the power of friendship through music, because I think that's one of the main mediums that we communicate through. And here we have MD today. MD bhai, सबके लिए हम आपको स्वागत करते हैं. I hope you're here.
सबसे पहले आप सभी को मेरा सादर प्रणाम है. मैं एक छोटा सा सिंगर हूँ. मेरी बहन ने बहुत ज्यादा बोल दिया मेरे लिए, पर मैं एक छोटा सा सिंगर हूँ. कभी कभी गा लेता हूँ मैं, और सभी को मित्रता दिवस पे आप सभी को बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं। और मुझे बहुत ज्यादा खुशी हो रही है, आप सभी से मैं मिल रहा हूँ, आप सभी से मैं बात कर रहा हूँ। मुझे बहुत ज्यादा खुशी हो रही है। और यहाँ पे थोड़ा नेटवर्क का थोड़ा इशू है, नेटवर्क का प्रॉब्लम है यहाँ पे। और
MD भाई कहीं शूट पर है, he's making one of his phenomenal videos. If you Google, you'll see his music videos, which are amazing. So Malhotra ji, on behalf of Indian Council for Human Relations, Gaurav Gupta ji, this musician is somebody who has, through the pandemic, been supporting, helping, especially elderly animals. जहाँ जहाँ वो अपनी गानों के तरीके से लोगों का मदद करके उनको positivity, he's been spreading positivity through his music and helping youth to overcome depression. So MD भाई, आपको सबसे ज्यादा फ्रेंडशिप डे का मतलब आपके लिए क्या है?
मेरा है मानना है कि एक फ्रेंडशिप डे, फ्रेंडशिप वो होता है अपने माँ बाप के लिए होता है। मेरे वही अल्लाह है, वही भगवान है, वही मेरे दोस्त है, सब कुछ मेरे लिए मेरे माँ बाप है। तो सबसे पहले मेरे माँ बाप है, माता पिता से प्यार करो, उनके दोस्त बनो, उनके साथ टाइम स्पेंड करो। सबसे बड़ी मित्रता वो है मेरे लिए। तो
वाह, आपने बहुत सही बोला। The friendship begins at home with your parents, with your family. And if you cannot reach out and give your love and of course your friendship, if you don't share that with them, bahar ke log, the ones outside don't really count as much. So you have to learn the respect and the connect has to start from home. बहुत सही बोला MD भाई। आपके म्यूजिक के थ्रू आप क्या मैसेज देना चाहते हैं, स्पेशली फ्रेंडशिप के बारे में? आपके म्यूजिक के थ्रू आपका यूथ के लिए क्या है मैसेज?
मेरा यूथ के लिए एक ही मैसेज है, जो न्यू कमर आर्टिस्ट है उनके लिए एक मैसेज देना चाहूंगा मैं। मेरा मैसेज ये है कि एक साइड में ना हम आजकल ऐसा गाने चल रहे हैं कि दारू पे गाने हो रहे हैं, नशे पे गाने हो रहे हैं, लड़कियों पे गाने हो रहे हैं, गंदे गंदे कमेंट करते हैं लोग गाने के माध्यम से। जिस देश में भाभी को माँ का दर्जा दिया जा रहा है, उसी देश में भाभी को गाने के माध्यम से लोग जलील कर रहे हैं कि भाभी आपका गात दिख रहा है, भाभी आपका ये दिख रहा है, वो दिख रहा है। तो उन सभी राइटर भाई से, सिंगर भाई से मैं रिक्वेस्ट करना चाहूंगा हाथ जोड़ के कि भाई ऐसा काम ना करें कि जिससे एक समाज में मैसेज गलत जाए। आप अच्छा लिखो, अच्छा गाओ, आप अच्छा लिखोगे, अच्छा गाओगे तो लोग आपको फॉलो करेंगे।
आपने बहुत सही बोला। आपका एक गाना गौ माता पर, गाय पर था, एंड आई थिंक आपने बहुत सही मैसेज एनिमल्स के लिए भी दिया। बट आई थिंक अब ये टाइम पे वी वुड लव टू हियर आपका एक पॉपुलर गाना जो है, आप थोड़ा सा सुनाइए।
मैं पता नहीं किसी को हरियाणवी, आप सभी में से हरियाणवी पता नहीं किसी को आती है नहीं आती, पर एक गाना मेरा वर्ल्ड वाइड हिट हुआ था, देसी देसी ना बोला कर छोरी रहे, इस देसी की फैन या दुनिया हो रही रहे। वो गाना इतना वर्ल्ड वाइड इतना हिट हुआ था, मिलियंस में उसके व्यूज हैं। तो मैं ट्राई करूंगा कि आप सभी के समझ में भी आए, थोड़ा हिंदी टोन करके मैं कोशिश करूंगा। उसके बाद मैं एक हिंदी गाना भी सुनाऊंगा।
परफेक्ट।
ओ देसी देसी ना बोला कर छोरी रे, इस देसी की फैनिया दुनिया हो रही रे, मेरी माँ बोले जो बोली वाना छोड़ू मैं, जा मेरी तरफ तक क्लियर मैडम सोरी रे, ओ देसी देसी ना बोला कर छोरी रे, इस देसी की फैनिया दुनिया हो रही रे। ये गाना मेरा बहुत ज्यादा हिट हुआ था, और मैं इस गाने की बदौलत मैं 12 कंट्री परफॉर्म भी कर चुका हूं मैं।
अब और कंट्रीज परफॉर्म करें। The song has been appreciated by people from different parts of the world, and we are hoping that there's going to be more promotion and support globally. And the best thing that you said is about respecting your parents. So that is a true message for Friendship Day. But आपका अब हिंदी गाना भी आप सुनाइए please.
मेरे हालात ऐसे हैं कि मैं कुछ कर नहीं सकता, तड़पता है ये दिल लेकिन ये आहें भर नहीं सकता, जिंदगी खफा खफा और तुम मुस्कुराने की बात करते। पाजी थैंक यू सो मच पाजी, आपको देख के मैं बहुत ज्यादा आपके फेस पे एक खुशी आई है, मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा वो सुन के और देख के आपका फेस का। मैंने सर थैंक यू सो मच, सत श्री अकाल आपको, आपको पैरों प्रणाम है सर आपको।
Thank you, MD Bhai. I think everybody enjoyed the message and the music. And
क्या बनी हुई है, चश्मा लगाने की जरूरत है।
कौन क्या बोल गया था?
क्या बोला था?
खोल लो, इसको क्लिक करके ना खोल लो अगर खोलना चाहते हो।
खोलना नहीं आ रहा।
क्या
वो
हुआ
मैसेज,
था?
वो किसी का वीडियो नहीं चल रहा ना, तो वो उसके बारे में बता रहे थे, म्यूट अनम्यूट है वो बता रहे थे।
So Malhotra ji, next event पर जरूर we should have a wonderful performance and MD Bhai आप आके सबको entertain करने चाहिए, बहुत अच्छा लगा। And Gaurav ji, Malhotra ji and Indian Council for Human Relations, thank you for bringing everybody together on Friendship Day। and MD Bhai आपका दिल का मैसेज सब तक पहुंचवाए और सब एक दूसरे को इज्जत से प्यार से रहे। Thank you.
जय हिंद, जय हिंद, जय भारत। थैंक यू दीदी, थैंक यू सो मच। कैमरा फ्रेम, थैंक यू।
होली बैली आया कि नहीं? होली बैली आया कि नहीं? गौरव जी बोलिए। गौरव जी बोलिए।
सर गौरव जी का माइक ऑफ है मुझे लग रहा है। आई थिंक गौरव जी का माइक ऑफ है।
तो एक आध मिनट और वेट करते हैं, अदरवाइज आई थैंक्स। सरदार जी आपकी तरफ से शुक्रिया अदा हो जाए।
मैं मल्होत्रा जी, गौरव जी, ऑल द डिग्निटीज, योर एक्सीलेंसीज, मेरे को बड़ा अच्छा लग रहा है इसको ज्वाइन करने का। मेरे को बड़ा अच्छा मौका दिया आपने, सबका शुक्रिया करने का। आई एम वेरी हैप्पी टू सी यू ऑल। फ्रेंडशिप का बहुत बड़ा दिन है। पूरी दुनिया तो भगवान ने एक ही बनाई है, हम सब दोस्त हैं और दोस्त बंदे को बहुत तरक्की दे सकता है। मैं सबका बहुत बहुत थैंक्स करता हूँ। तो आपके अरेंजमेंट का जितनी आप कोशिश करते हैं, आप लगे रहते हैं दिन भर 24 घंटे, और कैसे आप सबको रिमाइंड कराते हैं, वो रियली यू आर जेम ऑफ पर्सन। गॉड ब्लेस यू विद गुड हेल्थ एंड लॉन्ग लाइफ। थैंक यू एवरीवन, थैंक यू वेरी मच।
सुमन जी से बोलूं?
लगा तुम्हारे पास है।
सुमन जी
चलो कोई नहीं, कभी आए ना तो ले लो।
Thank you for joining everybody. Let us continue.
धन्यवाद से पहले सुमन जी कुछ कहेंगे
जी।
म्यूट कर लीजिए।
Can't hear you, ma'am.
म्यूट कर लीजिए।
आवाज आ रही है?
आ रही है।
तो आज के इस फ्रेंडशिप डे पर मल्होत्रा जी को बहुत बहुत बधाई देना चाहूंगी, गौरव भैया को भी, इस सुंदर आयोजन के लिए। आज सब डिग्नेटरीज को सुना और सबकी बातें सुनकर बहुत आनंद आया। लेकिन शॉर्ट में अगर कहें तो जिसका मन पवित्र बस वही मित्र। तो मित्रता में मन की पवित्रता रहनी चाहिए। जो है जैसे हैं उनको एक्सेप्ट कर लें और उनसे कुछ भी एक्सपेक्ट ना करें, तो मित्रता चलती जाएगी। मित्र तो एनर्जी बूस्टर्स होते हैं। हमारे बुरे समय में मन उदास हो तो वो ही खुशियां ला देते हैं और मन को प्रफुल्लित कर देते हैं। कहते भी हैं कि दोस्ती किससे कब हो जाए अंदाजा नहीं होता, ये वो घर है जिसका कोई दरवाजा नहीं होता। तो ये दोस्ती बनी रहे। और आज जो ICHR के प्लेटफॉर्म से हम फ्रेंडशिप डे मना रहे हैं, ये फ्रेंडशिप सबकी और भी प्रगाढ़ होती जाए, बराबर बढ़ती जाए, निरंतर नई मित्रता स्थापित हो और सब में खुशियां बढ़ती जाए। इसी के साथ मैं धन्यवाद भी करना चाहूंगी मल्होत्रा जी और गौरव जी, गंजू जी का, और जितने पैनलिस्ट थे सब ने अपने अपने ढंग से मित्रता के बारे में बहुत सुंदर अपने भाव पेश किए हैं। तो सबको बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। इसी के साथ मैं अपनी वाणी को देती हूँ विराम। थैंक यू सो मच।
गौरव जी, आप क्या हो? भाई काम कर रहा है कि नहीं? So I thank each and everyone who participated, the speakers, the ambassadors, the professors, and the audience also, and Sanjana ji also, who's on the way to Delhi and participated in this program. Thank you very much on behalf of Gaurav ji. I thank you also. So nice of you. Next time, let us meet again on some other.
मुझे आपका माइक बंद आ रहा है। ठीक है, ठीक।
गौरव जी काम करने लगे, आपका माइक नहीं काम किया तो चलो आज की मीटिंग
मैंने गौरव जी को कॉल किया है, वो कहता है मेरा कुछ प्रॉब्लम आ गई है इंटरनेट में, मैं अभी 5 मिनट लगेंगे मेरे को, मैं कहा वो तो लेट हो जाएगा बड़ा। कंटिन्यू प्लीज।
We thank each and everyone, and this meeting stands closed.
Thank you. Thank you so much for the lovely seminar, doctor.
For maintenance, it's okay, doctor. This one Indian doctor advice.
Thank you, Malhotra ji and all. We had a good time and we were made to realize what's the value of friendship in our life. Thank you very much, everyone who has participated.
Most welcome.
So I thank Captain Preeti and our member Zulfi, Dhingra Saab, all those people who have joined from ICHR, all deserve appreciation that they do also participate in all the activities. So once again, I thank you all. So nice of you. Meeting stands closed.
Thank you so much.
Exit.
Meeting is closed. नमस्कार जी, मीटिंग ऑफ कर दी है। और सर हाँ, नहीं मीटिंग ऑफ कर दी है, स्क्रीन से भी ऑफ कर दो।